My name is Brandy Mausi Susuko.
My name, I'm Charles Amaluda.
I'm Samuel Frimpong.
My name is Sylvia Amafrimpoma Asari.
My name is Salifu Abdurrashid.
These 2 years now. 2 years. Yes, please.
Since 2019, February 2019.
I was amputated in 2012, June 2012. It's a health condition. Yes, I'm a sickle cell patient, and then I had this chronic leg ulcer that led to the amputation in 2012. Yeah.
Yes, it was. I had an RTA, road traffic accident, 2013. 2013. Yes, but I had an amputation January 2014. Yes.
Well, there are lots of challenges, a lot of amputees, being myself also, are going through. You being an amputee is not an easy task, especially being in Africa or coming from a family whereby you don't have anything, you are financially unstable. There are lots of traumas you go through, stigma, society, how society accepts you, and also in terms of finance, things become a lot of difficulties for them. For instance, like this, you being an amputee is something that is new, and a lot of people are going through frustration and trauma, how to come into society, how to deal with that stigma, how to be confident again, because everything just happened all of a sudden. And some happen through accidents, some sicknesses, and some through genetic and etc. So the challenges being an amputee is really very bad, and I think it's something that the government and our families need to support us with in order to get us back on our toes again.
The challenges that we amputees face in Ghana here are the negative things that get into our mind that we fear, and also things that we ask ourselves that we don't have answers to. At times, grieves us, worries us, makes us sad and confused when we don't even have money to support ourselves. But me, I faced a practical example of the behavior changing, because I went through my amputation twice. The first one was successfully done, and it was below knee, not even higher. So I convinced, though I was in my difficulty moment, in my sorrows and weeping and crying, I was able to convince myself that my knee is there to support me. But after some days after amputation, during my coping time, I fell down and I was taken back to the theater, amputated a second time, and this one my challenges became more and more difficult. I was stuck in the bed. I couldn't move myself. So all these things weighed me down. I lost my knee that I put my trust in, and I became confused. And I decided that I would never cope or listen to anybody who asked me to stand or to do anything till my stump is healed. So this confusion and emotional and hurt was mixed around, so I rolled back angrily. When you come to my bedside trying to help me, I became angry, harsh. All my behavior changes because I was I felt bad within me. That's why on that very particular day, why should I even listen to them when I was not even, it was after 3 days, when I was not even in the mood to start to walk. Because when the the physiotherapy comes to me, he only lets me stand. At this time, it was a doctor who was forcing me to walk. And meanwhile, too, he was not observing me properly. He was taking care of another patient and at the same time asking me to walk.
That's when you fell.
Then I fell.
Actually, amputees in Ghana, they have so many challenges. Sometimes some of them, the people, they have some perceptions about their emotion, about what they are going through. Sometimes people look at them and say, oh, maybe he might do something wrong. That is why this thing has befallen him. So a whole lot of bad targets follow them. And because of that, another thing is some of them too, they don't feel for themselves. They just take it to be that is the end of them. I mean, because of that, they always decide to just go begging. They don't see any relevance that they have again living on this earth.
Okay. The challenges is medical due to my health condition as a sickle cell patient. And in our part of the world, as an amputee, getting back to society and living a normal life like the way you used to live is a challenge. When it comes in terms of accessing public buildings and then also ways of transport. Yes, for me like this, when I sit in a bus, or I can't sit in a bus unless in a trotro, and in a trotro, yeah, that public transport, and that one too, I have to be able to sit at the front seat. And sometimes when you go and the front seat is occupied, the way and manner the people react to you, if you are not that strong, maybe it might bring you down. So I'm dealing with sickle cell, I'm dealing with amputation, and amputation has brought a whole lot of challenges.
Some of the challenges involve social cultural belief system that people perceive and hold on disabled people. Yeah, they associate social cultural belief to them, thinking that perhaps the accident is caused because of other spiritual aspects, what you call, of the person involved personality, but it has something to do with spirituality. Yeah, so that is a challenge as well. Another challenge too I have also what you call see is that what you call encounter is unlimited access to social support system that we are now currently doing and offering to other clients. It's also another challenge. Financial challenge is also another what you call palpable and remarkable challenge that I think that cuts across. Though the impact on me is less, but I can see that a lot of amputees are actually having a toll on it.
As you know, you are in Ghana. Africa here, there is so many challenges about finances. People don't have work to do, and those who are having work to do, their finances are not sufficing them. So what about you people who is physically challenged and you can't go out to fetch for yourself? So it becomes a big blow to them. And sometimes some people, when they thought of it, they just want to give up their life.
And sometimes to seeking for a job opportunity, seeking for job is also a challenge. And I don't see why that should be a problem when institutions like want to employ amputees. I don't know why it should be a problem, because there are other places that the amputees can be fixed and work normal as anybody else. Yes.
There's one thing that about human being, whatever situations you find yourself in, a lot of ideas will come into your mind. And then to be a counselor, you don't just get up and say you are counseling somebody. I'm a peer amputee, so me being a counselor, what motivated me a lot, because I've been through whereby the amputation happened, the loneliness, who to talk to. So I didn't get this kind of support that I am giving now. So I decided to be a counselor, because I realized that there are lots of things that me being a peer to a client, who is also or a newly amputee, it will help a lot. The reason being that the people with their legs or family, yes, it's true that they can give you a support, but me being in their shoe will give them a lot of impact, and they will heed to my messages faster, because they feel that we are same. And I have been through this kind of pain, symptoms, pain, and a lot of different things that happen that you don't even understand. People call it good because your leg is not there, but yet still you feel the leg is still there, which when I'm explaining to somebody with 2 legs might think, hey, this girl, is she going insane or what? But me being an amputee, and I've also passed through that stage, and as a counselor now, me telling somebody it is normal for you to experience that your leg is there, which is a phantom pain, will serve a lot of impact on newly amputees.
The motivation came after I successfully go through all the challenges that come my way in my journey, from the hospital up to what you call where I'm standing here right now. And I've seen that there are a lot of, in fact, benefits that I can offer out to amputees out there that I think is worth doing. So I became amputee counselor because the motivation came because I saw that I can do a lot to assist, after recognizing and then appreciating the fact that there are limited support of those what we call systems available over here. So I felt that I can be able to impact more on amputees. And then currently, as we are talking, we are gaining grounds on new amputees and then even old amputees.
My motivation is what I suffered through this thing. From the first day that I was told that they are going to amputate my leg, in fact, I didn't take it easy. But when I finally got involved and I realized that it's not going to be reversed, I have to buy into it. If not, I'll kill myself. So, having gone through it, I think I can also avail myself as a help for others who are also coming into it. So that is why I say no, I have to join this amputee peer counseling group. And by the grace of God, we went through a lot of screening, and then finally I got a knock.
When Lex for Africa brought up the idea about counseling amputees before or maybe after amputation, I saw it to be a very laudable idea, because during my time I didn't have that opportunity to get someone who is in the same condition as me, like maybe having an amputee coming in front of me to talk to me, to reassure me and empathize with me. I didn't have that opportunity. So I saw it to be a very good idea, so I decided to join. And I was trained and I qualified and I was trained as a counselor. And now we do hospital visitation. We go on hospital visitation. We visit amputees on ward on the hospital. Maybe those that are about to go into amputation, we do encourage them. We reassure them. We empathize with them. We tell them we've been there before. They can also do it. They can also go through. And also those that have been already amputated too, we do visit them, whether at at the hospital or at home, we empathize with them, we reassure them, and so it's basically about offering emotional support.
The challenges that I had motivated me because it was a peer person that I saw. When I decided that I won't cooperate at the hospital, a psychology came in to try to convince me to counsel me, but I did not even give a year. But it was one day that I saw a peer person, amputee, and fellow amputee, walking on our corridors of the hospital, trying to cope with the Zimmerfree. Then that drew my attention. And I asked myself so many questions. Sylvia, do you want to be in bed, be stuck and decay for people to laugh at you? So this is the time for you. Look at somebody, he's trying to. So you to get up and try and do yours so that you can overcome. So it was through that peer that motivated me. So when I came out and went to OTC and met this NGO, I willingly went to them and asked them to add me to what they are doing because I saw the need.
Yes. And how? Yes. Amputation comes with intense emotional disorganization as well. If I say disorganization, I mean like it comes with a challenge, emotional challenge on the individual. So first of all, the individual might need certainly social support. Social support, under social support, we can also offer emotional support. That is the basic and the key in rendering support to amputees, because if you don't get the person's mind stabilized and his emotions stabilized, so that he can think clearly and then make decisions clearly on his own, and then be able to initiate and maintain what you call good social interactions with people in the community and the family too as well.
Yes, it's very, very important to be a peer supporter or in a group called peer support counseling, because what they are going through, they don't know. And nobody has gone there before. But now that I have gone there and know what is involved, I'll be of the best situation to answer or provide answers to what their challenges are.
Yes, peer support and peer counseling, I think they are very important aspects that will help amputee total recovery. Because, why? Because in peer support, amputees get the opportunity to meet counselors that have been through similar situation, one-on-one directly, and then they are offering support to them.
It's very necessary to have amputee peer counselors because as a person had amputation, you are new to it, and then you need the support is that emotional. You are thinking about so lots of negative things in your mind, but you giving a support to a person being in the same shoe as you, the impact on this is that you focus, you feel like, oh, what I'm going through, this person will understand it better, even though the families and the society are there to counsel you. But the peer support as an amputee coming from a counselor who is also being in the same shoe as that person will give a listening ear to the newly client, and which will also help him or her to heal faster than any ordinary person giving a counsel to that person. So it is very important.
Because it was my peer that I saw that helped me to overcome mine.
We didn't get this opportunity when we got amputated. We didn't even know, some even didn't know the reason why they amputated. It just happened all of a sudden without doctors giving them the accurate reasons why this should be done in this way. But through this training, we being counselors, a lot of information has been given out to amputees, which they are getting to know more, and also knowing their rights, when to speak and when not to speak, and also how to fight for their rights. So this support that we are giving is really helping a lot, and lives are being transformed, which I'm so glad that I'm part of this organization.
Yes, for now the project is about emotional support, giving emotional support, but we do give information if maybe a client wants to get a prosthesis. Yes, we give them information where to get it and all that, how to get it. Yes, so we do give information, not basically about getting a prosthesis or so. We do give information about phantom pain. Yeah, any information, anything that the client comes up with, like any problem that the client is facing and comes to you with the problem. Yeah, we do give information.
My ambition is to make sure that I help a lot of people come out of the perception that they have because of the amputation. For instance, some emotional feelings and stigmatization, a whole lot of these things. It provide negativity even in the house and the outside. So I think I can be of help to those people so that they disabuse their mind of those negativities and then live all right as if nothing has gone wrong.
Okay, my ambition is to help my peers to understand and also adapt the condition that they are in, the challenges that they are in, the amputation that they are in. They should really understand it and accept it, because whatever you do, this thing has already happened. You can't change it. It has become part of us. And everything, happiness comes from within. So we have to be happy that we are even alive and be grateful, because we have our mind, we have our heart to prove. Though we are physically, our disabled is physical, but within our mind and our hearts it's not. Though we have been intact with disability, we can use our mind and heart to overcome and become overcomers.
The ambition is to get the whole thing, to get it extended to other communities and then other institutions too as well. If I say communities, because we organize community meetings in some communities. Currently we are operating with 2 communities and then an organization making 3. What happened is that at Medina, Adenta, we meet there on weekend basis. We meet and then interact with amputees. We interact and then share our common knowledge that we all have individual stories to talk about in terms of amputation. So we meet, we converge, and then we share our stories, and then we get solutions to them. And then we have supervisors. Me, you are one of the supervisors who also I must recommend for, I think, assisting us and grooming us so far. Yeah, because periodically we come here after our engagement on the field for you to assist us back with, I think, more useful approaches, I think, and it's helping us a lot. So at the community levels, like I said, for now we work at Adenta. We have almost about 21 clients there. Yes, and then Teshinungu, another community. Mostly we meet in our community meeting sessions, and then, like I said, this is what we do. Like I initially mentioned, sharing of stories, and then discussing topics that are relevant on amputees.
Well, with my personal ambitions, you have the extrinsic ambitions, whereby I want other people outside there to see that I'm not just an amputee, but being a counselor, someone who will give an impact on somebody's life, who will make an amputee to become independent and also focused. You being an amputee with my intrinsic ambition doesn't mean that because you got amputated so you cannot do anything. You are not a burden. Once you have accepted that this is who you are and you have life, you still have goals that you have to focus on and work towards it in order to become independent. You don't need to feel because of this situation you are in, that's the end of your life. So my ambition is that other people should look up to me and also become confident, just like the way I'm also confident today, being on the air, blowing my mind to other people for them to see that everything is possible. But you have to decide and also have that belief and work towards that goal. As human, you need to set a goal. In as much as you are being amputated, it doesn't mean that because one of your limb, be your hand or your leg, is being taken off. So those goals that you've always said to work towards shouldn't just lie down there for you to rely on people for support. You need to help yourself first before other people can also support you. So those are my ambitions. Yes.
Nowadays, the way I think is different. It has really built me up. The counseling that we went through has really built me up. It has motivated me a lot to help others to stand in the future.
Being a peer counselor has made a great impact in my life because it has given me that self-esteem as a peer counselor. And because I didn't have the opportunity during my time, I want to offer myself to help new amputees come out from that trauma of emotion. I'm very happy to provide that support because I didn't have the opportunity to have someone in that same situation to come and talk to me and counsel me. So I'm very happy. I'm putting smiles on faces of amputees. Yes, and we are achieving great results. And when we go, some of the clients are very happy the way we give out the information because they are new to the situation and they don't know anything about it. And once we have been through, we have some little information that we give to them and they are very happy about it. And when we come and we talk to them, we reassure them, we encourage them, they are happy. And so I'm happy putting smiles on the faces of new amputees.
Exactly. A lot of difference has added to my life personally because every day in a day I will learn. So me being a trained counselor today, I've also learned a lot of things. Example like this, when you used to go to the bank, you also join the queue because you feel like there are a lot of people already there. But me joining this training has given me a lot of knowledge and impact that I can just go to the bar without not forming a queue. I have that right to just walk in and ask for support. I can do a lot of things without not relying on people. So this avenue has given me a lot of opportunities to explore my mind on a lot of things that I didn't ever know before in my life. So I'm really, really happy that this training that has helped me to be a counselor today. It's through that training that I'm here talking to other fellow people outside there for them to know that emotional support is something very important, which I urge that we should train more amputee counselors who can also support us to do that because the work is very huge. Yes, because we have other people at the Emba area villages who are not getting this kind of opportunity that those in the city are getting. Thank you.
Yes, since I became a peer counselor, I realized that I'm providing a very big relief to others who are in the same predicament. Because anytime I go to them, I told them that they should look at me first. The same thing happened to me. Formerly, I wasn't like this, but now this is where I find myself. So when I see other people also in the same soup, I think I have to be of a relief. I have to bring them up. And my motivation is bringing them up. I'm very privileged to be a part of this whole thing, to relieve them.
Yes, being a peer counselor, I must admit that has made a difference in my life positively. Yes, because here's the case, I engage with different kinds of clients myself. So the personal encounter, even with my clients of different social cultural, backgrounds, has actually boosted my confidence level. And then I've also gained in-depth knowledge in emotions, because we interact with all kinds of people of different levels of emotional challenge.
I'm also grateful for this organization interviewing me in order for other people to hear our voice that emotional peer support is very important for every amputee all over the global country.